Welcome one and all to this 58th episode of D&D with me, Mike.
And me, Zoe.
And today we're going to be working on our guard enemies again, so they hit us with their spikes, but we can kick them in the back, and that's fine, except the kicking in the back kills them, and we don't really want that. What we want is to sort of drop the enemy on his shield, and we then trample over him. Or perhaps we'll launch him in the air. I don't know. What do you think?
I think we should make him fall down.
Fall down on his face, and then you trample over him, and then he jump back up. So we are going to need a full animation for him falling down, being trampled, and then walking back, standing back up. I think we're going to do just one animation for fall and get back. Okay?
Okay.
Now, if I recall correctly, we got a bit of a problem because his shield may not go alongside him. No? So if you look here, you see he moves but the shield doesn't. Right? So I think the primary problem here is entities, enemy shields. Let's find the correct one. Obviously the one I skipped. Okay, here it is. Structure, right? Avatar is the shield holder. If we were to go and put the shield holder inside his hips, for example.
Now they're moving.
Now he suddenly is moving the shield as well. Right? Which is not that bad. Let's see how it looks like from here. Yeah, I like it. And what we can do at that point, right? Actually, let's see how it looks like every time we get struck.
No!
Looks perfect, my opinion. We may have an animation for that too, but it's something we'll worry about later. And what we need to do then is we need to animate him, and it'll all work out. But before we do that, let's take a look at the prefab and see if that enemy shield has some particular structure it needs to have, which would be my bet, right? I'm guessing its shield holder is a thing that it needs to know about. So let's see if we're going to find it, how we're dealing with it. I can't remember, right? MO. Okay, setup. It'll be here, that's for sure. List of spikes, transfer spike container. Okay, so the spike container is assigned outside. I don't see anything that's indicating anything in particular about this. So I think we'll simply be able to grab the shield holder and move it inside the hips.
Okay.
And I think the game will work. Let's quickly test right away. So we should see absolutely all of them now bobbing and weaving. There they are, and they're perfectly happy. No error. No error. Rebound is kind of weird, but okay. Not too fast. We're going to take control of the player when that happens anyway. So when you're hitting the enemy and you're trampling over him, because we need to force a certain animation. So we're going to do it in two ways. Number one, we're going to have an animation for both characters. And number two, we're going to force move the transform for one of them. The trampling guy.
Okay.
Yeah. We can't do it via animation. Our animations don't control the actual movement. And that's okay. So let's begin by going to our models and opening the player, because even though the enemy, like our enemy is effectively a player at the moment anyway. Later we may change the model, but the armature will behave exactly the same, right? So there's the player, he's holding the shield. Okay, so when he gets kicked, he is kicked from behind.
He needs to fall forward.
Forward, right? Okay, so let's take a look at the animations here. Player open chest, player punch, player shield. That's the one. We're going to add one new animation from here. We're going to rename it player shield fall. Yeah, hit enter. And F. There we go. And we start over here, and that's just fine. We don't need this, and we don't need this. We just need this. Hey Zed, I'll answer that question after D&D. It's happening today because we skipped it yesterday. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna make the guy fall over forward. So he should have some kind of like, I'm being pushed back, like in the back. So there should be an arching of the back all of a sudden. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Player shield fold. I don't know why it actually went to a different animation when I clicked on this. I noticed. Anyway, so let's go right from the beginning. Rotate this. Rotate this.
Oops, sorry. Press
Escape.
G, save. R.
Rotate. There, like that. Rotate this. Rotate this. This moves with his hips, which may be a bad idea. We may move him to the chest, the control of this, you see? Because the chest, this means it's actually now going to go upward, the shield. Because that's kind of what we want. It needs to go up and then down, right? But we'll worry about that in a bit. So hit A, I. Okay, let's move on a few frames. It doesn't matter how many. We'll fix that later. Okay, so now we want to... I've got an idea. Okay, rotate this. And 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 this. A. Wait, actually, before. Go G, Z. Z. GZ. And I. Perfect. Okay, I don't know how this is going to look like. Let's see. Yep. So we're going to make him whoop, whoop, and then come backward. Okay? Oh, no worries, Dad. No worries. I appreciate the question. It's just, at the moment, I'm preoccupied. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to rotate this again. Rotate this again. Rotate it a bit more. Rotate this a bit more. G. 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 Rotate. 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 I. You know what feels wrong? The fact that he's extending his legs. Rotate. 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 And rotate. Hey, thanks for the raid, J-Dub. G.
Sorry.
No, it's alright. Thank you. R to rotate. Okay. I. Okie doke. So, let's see how this animation is going to start looking like. Whee! Okay, he's falling forward, right? We're going to have to move all sorts of stuff around a little bit. Yeah. So just to give you context, guys, we're in the middle of a class series we have with my kid here, Zoe, and we are on episode 58 right now. All of this goes on YouTube, so usually during this particular class for about an hour, we're not very talkative with chat, but we talk right after. And we have another 40 minutes or so.
Another guy has said hi.
Yeah. Hi. Okay. I want to talk to Wolfman real bad, but I can't. All right. So let's. We are in. Let's look at the position. So he goes forward, then flies forward, and then he should go back. And this. Actually, we're gonna cheat a little bit. All right. So we're gonna duplicate this particular one.
Got it.
No, Shift D.
Oh, it's.
This is
I
Blender.
pressed Control D.
This is Blender. Shift D again. And there we go. So we have this, except the last one I'm not happy with. We're going to change the last one. Ooh, and he returns back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now for the last one, we're going to actually use one of these. So here go A, Control C, Control V, I. Okay, so now if we stop at frame 33, This is our animation. So he gets pushed forward, etc. It's very clunky. Now, we are going to have to be faster as we go forward. So let's move this to the left, move this to the left. Let's see how this looks like. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, not too bad. I'd like an extra step when he goes all the way to the other side. So he sort of rotates too far. You've never done this really, but it's a little bit like leaning on your chair. So you go all the way back and then you come forward. Right, so we're gonna do that. Hit Shift D here. Okay, to duplicate. We're gonna put this here. And now we're gonna select this and go R. And now G. And now R the head. And now AAI. No, you missed it. You didn't press A, you press Shift. Okay, let's try this again. Whoa. Okay, so he's going too high. We need to lower him or rotate him. Rotate. I'm fairly sure this is wrong, but hit I. Looks like he's like throwing himself into a hole or something. Okay, G and G. So let's see. Okay, we need a pause. So duplicate this one. And now let's alter it a little bit. Rotate. Rotate.
Oops, I pressed
Escape.
G. There I go.
G now. Rotate. G. Okay, let's test this. Oh, darn it. Rotate. I forgot to commit them. G. Rotate. G. They're saying hi to you as well.
Hello.
Rotate. Rotate. And rotate. AAI. Let's see. That's not bad. It's starting to become a little bit more alive, right?
He does look like he's jumping into a swimming pool or
Yeah, not anymore, not as much. He looks like he's jumping forward and then going backwards somehow. Right? Like he's hopping over a little wall to look on the other side and then falls backwards. And it's somewhat more reminiscent of what we're actually trying to achieve. The reason why this is difficult to visualize is because he's not holding his shield at the moment.
yeah, he's going right through it.
Yeah, that's right. So before we do anything else, hit save real quick. So we're gonna go with a rough animation first, and we're going to
Wait.
well, we're not gonna add it yet. Look at him. There he is. Swimming into the shield. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna open the animator and see if we can play around with the various animations. So we got shield idle. Now I want from any state to transition to a new state, which is going to be topple or whatever, fall, right?
Mm.
So create state empty. We're gonna call this one fall.
Okay.
Actually call it shield fall so we're not confused.
Shields.
Shields. Let's give it a random motion for now, it doesn't matter. And we are gonna create a transition. And then from this we go back to shield idle. When do we go back to shield idle? Naturally. Okay? So we return to shield idle automatically. That's
Okay.
important, yeah? I give it a chest idle, which is the wrongest I could have given it. Let's go player open chest. There, at least it's a player, right? So you can see now, whoop, he's opening and then he's going back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what we're going to do is we're going to move this transition time as far as possible forward. So the animation is going to play as much as possible, the open chest animation in this case, and then he returns down. See? Oh, boom. And the same will apply for when he does the fallen. So he falls, completes his entire fall, and...
Waits a bit, then gets back up. Waits a bit, then gets back up.
Yeah, and returns to his normal state. Okay, so it's going to have an exit time. What exit time does is it essentially, once the animation is finished, well, or about finished, as you can see here, this little bracket here indicates how long until we blend back into the other animation.
Okay.
Right? So if you make it instantaneous like this or very fast, see, here it turns immediately. But for us, it's going to be fine because the last frame is the same one as the idle frame. Okay?
Okay.
So exit time is perfectly fine. This one can't have an exit time because it starts from any state. Okay? I really like any state. Basically, you can force animations whenever you want. That's good. So, go shine and then fall, right? So that's pretty good. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it immediate and with no blending. So it's gonna immediately start opening the chest in this case, but for us it's going to be the other one.
Immediately falling.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's basically what I want. Obviously, what are we gonna need? It's not happy. Transition needs at least one condition for an exit time. What type of condition do you think would be good to go from any to fall?
Maybe a bool.
A bool? What other options do we have?
There's full, in bool, and trigger. I think trigger.
Trigger is a bool that becomes true and then the following frame goes false right away. It's a switch, effectively. Right? So you want to call this one fall, whatever. Yeah. Okay. I don't remember if we use capitals or lower cases. We use capitals because reasons, whatever. So there we go. And now we have a trigger. We can tell it to fall. Done. So every time we call fall, this will happen. Right?
Okay.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to assign fall to a button.
What's
Okay?
a bun?
A button, a key.
Oh, I heard you say a bun.
Well, I said button.
Oh.
But because you're American, you don't get it. A button.
A button.
Yes, a button. A button. Okay, so a button. And don't ask me why the Brits do this.
Okay.
Some Brits, by the way. They say button and button. And they're perfectly happy using them interchangeably.
Oh.
I don't know why. Some people may say they're mental. Make cool cars though. So, let's see. Setup. No, what were we saying? Yeah, setup. Do we have an animator for this? I think so. There it is. Animator. And we are just going to cheat an update here. Let's type void update.
Got it.
That went really well.
Got it.
How did you get it so wrong? Get it so wrong. I can't speak. Never mind. Alright, so there we go. Save. Okay, update here. Request if an input is pressed. You should know how to type that. We're all waiting. No pressure. Dun, dun, dun. What's the first question? Not caps lock, I agree. What's the next bit? Come on.
If the input is on.
There you go then. If is the first bit. And you said input, didn't you?
Yeah.
Then type it.
Then I can put input.
Dot what?
I think it's
You want to press a key?
no.
It's just debug. A key's fine.
Oh.
So?
Let's do get key down.
Open around. It's a key coded once. Hit tab. Dot what? Pick a key. Pick a key. Any key. We may be here a while.
Let's just.
How's F for fall?
Sure.
That's why you pressed E. Good. Now hit tab. Close the round bracket. Close the round bracket again. Open a squiggle. What does this mean? Translate it for us.
It means if you press the F key on the keyboard,
Yes.
then something happens.
Something will happen. Yes, that's correct.
It says something happens.
Something
right now.
happens. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna change that trigger. So say animator.set trigger. Hello,
Sorry.
Earth to Zoe. Please type. Thanks. That's set trigger.
Set trigger. Oh wait, it has a capital.
It does. Why does it have a capital?
Because it's a function.
Well done. You
And
can feed it a string.
It was. Oh. Okay, so it was called fall.
It was called fall. Perfect. So we're gonna do this, feed it this, off we go. All right, so the last thing we need to do now, well, there's 2 more things we need to do. Number 1 is we need to move that shield to the chest as opposed to the hip. That's
Okay.
one thing. Right? And the other thing that we're going to do is we are going to... can't remember. We need to actually create that animation. It doesn't presently exist in model. So we're going to add one. And instead of the fall take, we're going to tell it, actually, you're going to be player shield fall. And it's all correct so far. Is it looping, this one?
No.
Correct. Back into pose, original, back into pose, off we go. Apply, so that should do. Now, I forgot one more bit. We need to actually change the motion here. So we need to go over here and tell it, actually, the motion is not this, but it is this. Player shield fall. Awesome. So that's working. Now let's go to our prefab in player. Open it up. Never mind, wrong one. Enemy shield, there it is. Shield holder, let's put it inside the spine. There. That's the chest, right? Okay, we should be able to actually already test this. So let's go and quickly see how this looks like.
Okay.
You can do the honor of pressing the magic key.
Alt F.
That's working okay. Try it again. It looks a bit silly, but it's alright. I mean, we're not trying to make the next Zelda, even though that's exactly what it looks like, but don't tell anyone. Try again. I'm just trying to observe this.
It looks like they're rolling on their shields a bit.
That's the deal. That's what I was trying to achieve.
Oh.
So he gets pushed forward.
Woo.
One more time.
I pressed it twice, I think.
Yeah, that's okay. Let's try and cheat a little bit. See if we can make this motion play faster. Press it. I don't like the way back. That's the problem. The way back is kind of too mechanical. Yeah, so we need more oomph coming back. So here it's good that we have the stall.
Maybe you should land like with bent knees.
Possibly. We'll worry about that in a bit. Hit G here. And hit G again. And hit G. We are at 38 frames for now, so let's do that. I don't particularly care, right? Normally you would count the frames, you'd be much more careful. It's fine. There we go. So the return is a little bit too wimpy, but it might be alright. And there's another thing. Like technically here we're gonna be hopping over him, right? So we're gonna like stomp him. So yeah, exactly. Poor guy. Poor guy. You're so cruel. Okay, hit G. Move it further.
Oh,
okay.
he's not letting us pass.
That's right. How evil. Evil, I tell ya. Okay, so here, hit I. Here, hit I. And here, hit G. R. R. G.
Is this when he gets stomped?
R. R again. It's a bit exaggerated, this. G.
Our character's very...
You pressed R! I need you to press G!
Our character's
Thanks.
very heavy.
R. Well, you know, if somebody
big
stomps
fat
you
guy.
full on, it's not going to be pleasant, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, hit A.
A.
A. I. Okay, how does this look like? This is a bit extreme. It's like one frame then the next. Let's just delete this frame. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, so we need to give it more time to jump back. And I don't like how slowly he returns. So, So he goes, Now we need more duration still. Okay, so let's take these, press G, drag him further, Shift D, R. 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 I. A. I. Thanks. Oh. Wait, I forgot. Poor guy. That must hurt like heck.
Yeah.
Do you feel for him?
Not that much because he's a character.
Good girl. We can clearly tell you're a sociopath like your father. Okay, so whoop.
What's a sociopath?
It's a joke. It's somebody who is incapable of putting himself in somebody else's shoes.
Yeah.
Hit G. Let's try and go back to 50. Like, you know, people who would make a game like Thrustership. And then people hate him. But they also secretly love him. Hit G.
Why?
Well, because it's a torture that's somehow weirdly, perversely pleasant.
Oh.
This could work. I'm not too sure about it. Okay, give it a save. Good. Now, let's...
Did you press enter? I don't think it saved.
Oh, you might be right. Control S. Now I did. I clicked it. I clicked it. I clicked it. We need to go and modify the animation, I think. Because my bet is it's saved, but it's got... Yeah, see, it's got the wrong duration. This will always happen. That's why I didn't assign... No, what am I saying? Never mind. It's fine.
What does revert mean?
Revert means put it back to the previous state.
So that you can undo the
That's
mess
right. That's
you
what
made
undo
if you
means.
made
Yeah,
it.
that's what revert means undo. Okay. Hit F.
That's when you get stepped on.
Yeah, it's not brilliant, but it's okay. Yeah, it's not particularly great, but that's fine. We're gonna live with this. Again, I think we're spending a lot of time on all of these pretty things on the game, and it kinda doesn't matter. Okay, so here's this anim. Now let's work on another anim. Choose player. So we got a player jump here. The anime. Oh, he's flying. Never mind. Oh, but he's doing the whole I'm jumping routine. I don't think we have anything for him to stomp on somebody. We should start from the kick, though. So player punch we called it, but it's a kick. Okay, so we're gonna pick it up from somewhere here. So hit Control C. Let's hit a plus. Rename this one to player stomp shield. And we are going to hit F, and we're going to delete all of this. We may keep the last one though. Pasta. Pasta.
Pasta.
Thank you. Aye. Thanks. You need to help me make people believe you have superior IQ. Oh, that's a lie.
You said pasta and I didn't understand. And I thought you had said basta.
Basta.
Which means stop.
Stop.
So I like to you.
Mate. Yes. Okay, so we're hitting the guy in the back, and he falls, and then we should so hits him in the back. We should probably return. What do we do?
We need to make him walk over him.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work though. Okay, let's make it not make any sense. So we're just gonna go over here and hit G. Perfect. H is exactly what we were supposed to hit. G. R.
He's in the sky.
G. G. R. Good work.
You said GR.
R. I know what I did. R. 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 G. R.
La 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 la.
G. G. AAI. Now we're gonna do.
Fly.
Yeah, well, you know, he needs to jump really high. So let's take a look at shield fall. What interests us is where the stomp happens. See here? This is where the stomp happens. Frame 27. That's where we need to plant our foot down and then bounce up. He's also about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares in the air. Okay, so that's kind of the thing that we want to match on the other side. So let's go back to player stomp shield at frame 27, which is about here. So hit G. Frame 27, and this one needs to end at frame 51, so hit G. Oh, dang it. One more. G. Dang it. Dang it. Okay, 27. We need a stomp. So he goes up. Okay, hit Shift D. Collects himself. Rotate. Rotate.
What's over that shield?
G. Rotate. G. Rotate. G. Rotate. Rotate.
He looks like he's sitting in the air.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. Wait, G. Rotate. It might be better to have a different setup here. So left hand first, so let's move his right foot backwards.
His right
G.
foot.
His foot. G. Rotate.
How he doesn't look like he's sitting.
Rotate. Rotate. He definitely needs to look down. He needs to look down.
What's over there?
AA. I. Alright. So 27. Okay. Shift D. Move it to 27. G by one more. Okay. And now this foot's gonna go straight on the other guy's back.
Okay.
Okay, so G. About here. R.
Boom.
Actually, let's do both. R. R.
Oops, press G.
G.
But it R'd instead.
It didn't, but that's okay. G. R. 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 R.
I pressed it, but you clicked.
R. That's what you deserve. Okay, there we go.
Boom. Yeah.
Okay, AAI. So how does this look like? Boom. There you go. See, it's kind of looking like a jump or a skating. That's kind of interesting, actually. Whoa.
Whoa.
Boom.
Wow. Back.
It's almost cool. Okay, so we need a bit of emphasis here. So hit G.
We can make a PFX. Boom.
We could. Shift D. Okay. So I'm putting a couple stop frames. Though it's not going to be exactly like this. We're actually going to lower him. So rotate. G. Rotate. Rotate. G. Rotate. G. G. No, escape, my bad. R. R. AAI. Okay.
Looks like he's sailing through the sky and making a landing.
We're gonna reuse this. Shift E. Shift E. G. There you go. Whoop. Boink. Boom. Right?
He needs to go forward.
Yeah, you need to learn to look past this. You're not going to move the controller. Sorry, you're not going to move... The animation is independent from the movement of the controller. So this slow down here will feel like he's jumping up more than back or forward, if that makes sense. But you're going to be moving forward all the time. We're going to probably be using a curve. So boink, doom. All right. Now, I'd like a better landing here, right? We want him to squat. All right, so let's move this here a bit. And I also would like to reverse the legs, just because we've already had these legs like this. So let's go R, G, R, G, R, 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 AAI. Okay, now Shift D. G, R, G, R, G, R, G, R, G, G, R, S, R, AAI. So we made his torso a bit smaller. There, gives the impression that he's falling, right?
He looks like he's flailing around because the enemy's not there.
It's not that bad. It's a bit slow in the jump, but I think we'll accept this for now, so hit Control S. Alright, so we got a new animation to add. Right? Plus. Okay. And we're going to change this one to Player Stomp Shield. And...
No loops.
Take into pose, original, and original, so we don't get any movements of any kind. It's not a loop. Apply. Okay. Now, I have a question for you. In the animator, obviously the player, do you think this should continue from the attack? So, should it go in a transition?
It has an attack in itself, so no.
Well, it would need normally, but I prefer to start from any state.
Okay.
So we can force it at any point. The transition system in this animator is not the best. It sometimes has unexpected events, as you recall from the game that we were working on last time. Well, ages ago. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this and then return to walk cycle, right? So let's create state empty. And we're going to tell it your motion is going to be player stomp shield. We are going to make a transition. Call it stomp shield. Everything went wrong. Stomp a shield. Just one of them. And this is a shield. No bueno. Alright, so stomp shield. Conditions is going to be like this. Obviously, something's missing. What do we put there?
So, this time, I think we need another trigger.
Trigger. What do you call it? Stomp. Stomp. Okay, I would say shield. Because if you have a stomp of another thing in the future and it has a different animation, again.
I thought it was like
Sister,
that.
what's happening? Where's the literacy when you need it? Stomp shield, okay. That's not bad actually. It's proceeding fairly smoothly. So there we go. We're over here and then we're going back to walk cycle. What's the condition to go back to walk cycle?
The condition to go back to walk cycle, well, it's... We need to make a condition.
Do we?
doesn't look like it. Doesn't say the warning, so no.
It doesn't say the warning banana because it's a transition from an animation to another as opposed to a no state to an animation. That's why it doesn't say warning. The once the animation finishes and you land, where do you go to?
You go to the walk cycle.
There you go. So it will happen naturally. So you don't need any condition.
Okay.
Like this. Toink. I don't like this though. I want it to be much more. Yeah, it could be alright, who knows, right? Okay, so we've got this done. So it's going to be a matter of triggering it. It's going to be a matter of doing things, blah, blah, blah. We're going to have to make things depend a little bit. And during that particular animation, we can't really interact, right? We can't really move. So we're going to turn the interacting flag on, but we'll see. So, start attack routine, blah blah. Stop attack. Excuse me.
Maybe we can make a switch for what kind of attack.
Wait, I think we have the attack module that's taking care of the thing. Where's our attack module?
It's at the edge.
There we go. Attack module, on trigger stay, receive entity from attack. Entity. So receive entity from attack. Let's see what happens. If let's go into IE. If it's an enemy, if he's not an enemy, check if attack is valid.
Dun, da, da, da.
Check if attack is valid. Enemy shield. Blah. Okay, I see. Now, that's a bit of a problem. That's a bit of a problem because it comes back to us and we just say E take damage. Melee damage. So that's kind of a problem. And the reason why this is a problem is because it depends on the type of attack we've got on certain enemies. We do have access to IE. So we could do a switch here. So do SW tap. Type IE dot type. There it is. Hit tab. Or enter. Yeah, that's it. So enemy shield interests us and enemy bomb interests us. These are the ones that interest us. For enemy bomb, cut. Paste. Save. For enemy shield, it will depend on our weapon. Won't it? Save. So, do we have a weapon of some sort? I don't think so. I think there's a list of player attributes somewhere, but I don't think it's here.
It's in the game manager, I think.
I think so, yeah. I think the game manager is taking care of the profile, which means that we need to go and peruse here. So let's see what the situation is. Player attributes, character attributes. That's the one. Let's go take a look at character attributes. And character attributes has current HP, current max HP, and permanent power.
That's the stuff.
Wooden sword. Okay. So as long as we have a sword,
then we kill the guy.
That's right. Now what I would do is I would create a method inside Game Manager that will get us back a query, right? And it'll tell us, hey, do you have a weapon?
No.
And well, that depends. If it's yes or no, we're going to do something, right? I think we should simply return the weapon type, maybe. Well, maybe in this case, not really. Yeah, well, we need to check if we're armed. That's, I think, what we need. So let's create a new region here. Shift 3. It's a British keyboard, so everything's wrong. So region. Do you know where I have this keyboard from?
No.
This is the very keyboard with which I worked at Rockstar. They were throwing it away, and I was like, no, I'll keep it.
Oh, okay.
They said, okay, that's fine. So.
Okay.
So region, queries.
Capital I think we already had queries, though.
Do we? Scroll up.
Map, interaction, data, update, start, debug. No.
Bunch of lies.
Bunch of lies.
Lies and corruption.
At least it didn't say, at least it said, I think.
Capital Q queries now.
Thanks.
Oops.
That's close.
Queries.
Okay. End region. Okay. Come on. We only have a few minutes. Let's move, lady. Okay. Public. Check if player armed. Public bool. Check if player armed. Open, close round. And here you're gonna say if no, just wait. Yes, hit return space player attributes dot list something. That's the one. Dot contains open round. Hit tab. Dot wooden sword. Close round, semicolon. So if it contains a wooden sword, it'll return true. Now we're gonna need a large set of ores here for all the various possible weapons that we have.
Yeah.
Okay. So for now it's just this. Hit shift tab here for my mental sanity, and again, save. Okay. So we're gonna say here in the player, we're gonna say if game manager dot script dot check if player is armed. Open, close round, close round. Copy this, paste it here. Else, open squiggle, and off we go with a new thing, right? So there's take damage, and that's fine. Maybe we could send it take damage 0. Right, we could send it take damage 0. The problem here is I don't think it'll be clear at all. I think we need a new something like stun. I think that will probably good. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So go public void stun enemy. Stun enemy. Open, close round, open a squiggle. That's good. Save. Alright, and what we're gonna do when we stun enemy, it will depend on the type of enemy. So here you go, switch enemy type. I think it, or switch IE. So hit, no. SW, tap that. Now IE dot type. That's the one. So, if it's a bomb or
if it's a shield,
we'll do different things. So bomb, it doesn't even matter. For now, save. If it's an enemy shield, though, it does. And all we're going to do is going to trigger that thing. So now we need to go to enemy shield, and we're going to remove this altogether. And we're going to create a public bool. Not bool, sorry, void, my bad. And go get stunned. I don't know. No, open squiggle. This is going well. Save. Okay, so we need to force it not to worry about the spikes. Start spike travel is called by someone. Hit Control F. Actually, before you do that, type asda here. Okay. Okay, all open documents. Aha. Interactive entity, enemy shield, start spike travel, aggressive is true. Interesting. We're gonna check if not passive. So here say if exclamation mark passive. Close round, open squiggle, and close it here. Save. So we're not doing anything unless we're passive.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, unless we're not passive. So here we're going to be passive for a bit. The problem is passive, I think, is inside enemy. So we're gonna say, is there something that sets passive? Look for passive equals true. In the current document. There it is. Interaction routine. Huh. So that's not bad. We can use start interaction routine, actually, which stops aggression, stops interaction, blah blah blah, goes here and turns passive into true. And then instead of having stun enemy, we could have something like de-stun enemy or something like that, like for return or remove passive. Yeah. So change this to remove passive state. Capital M, but it's okay. Passive state. So, and for now, simply say passive equals false. Okay. So that's all we're gonna do, and we're gonna call this one, which makes passive true because it's the enemy bomb, etc. Here, we're gonna add another case. So you go case tab dot enemy shield colon enter break.
That went all sorts of wrong.
Enter break. Break semicolon. Okay. So if we're enemy shield, we're gonna go to. Oh look, that's where it asks if we're not passive. Isn't that interesting? We're gonna simply say, well, let's do it right away. So let's copy this, paste it here. Here type enemy shield. There it is. Start explosion obviously makes no sense. It's copy get stunned. Copy this. Paste it here. Save. And for now in get stun, we're just gonna say animator dot set trigger. Mater dot set trigger. Open round. Quote fall. Quote fall. Close quote. Close round semicolon. So that's all we do for now. And then we're gonna use the animation helper when we finish the fall to return back, right? Get stunned. So that's good. This is good, etc. Animation helper. Where are you? There it is. Thank you. So we're gonna have something like public void stop passive. Open close round. And this should go to the owner, and the owner is an interactive entity. So we need the interactive entity to deal with this, which is here. So you go public void stop passive, open close round. Let's see what it picked up does. Nothing special. We are gonna go to get component enemy. Yeah, hit tab. Enemy. Close type, open close round. Dot new. Dot set passive, stop passive, what do we call it? No. We need to check in enemy. Remove passive state. Copy this. Paste it here. Open close round semicolon. And now copy this, paste it here, and here. And owner dot paste. Open close round, semicolon. So the reason why all of this weird sort of Russian doll thing is happening is because we have these small little classes that are entirely dependent on specific little modules, and then they need to go to their parent and then their parent and so on and so forth. So it gets a little bit complicated a few times. This isn't very intelligent architecture, but that's okay. We're doing something fairly simple, so sometimes it's going to bite us in the rear end a little bit. Okay, so now we need to go to the animation and we need to add that thing. We also need to quickly check if our enemy has the animation helper, because I don't know that it does or doesn't. It would be on the avatar.
Animator, no animation.
I don't see it. Let's see if the player has it, and let's see where the player has it. There's the player, there's the avatar, boom, animation helper. Copy this component. We didn't expect to use it, right? And instead we need it. It's on the avatar. Paste component is new. No interactive entity. No. It's the enemy shield.
Yep.
Okay, so that's pretty good. That should work already. Think we still need to call it. Yep, I thought so. So E dot start interaction, interaction routine. Yeah, that's the one. Open round, close round. Semicolon. Right, so it's gonna be in that state, then it's going to refuse to attack or do anything clever, and then it's gonna come back from that state. At least in theory. Let's see if this is working, and then we're gonna stop here.
Okay.
And then next time we're actually going to conclude this, hopefully. No, we need to add sounds, we need to add a bunch of things. So let's see. That's good, right?
Yep. That annoying rebound.
Oh, that's interesting. So it doesn't look like we can do it again. Right, so that's a bit of a bug. So we can go and hit him. And that's weird that it rebounds so back. That's funny. I'm actually jumping backwards. That's okay. We're gonna completely inflate this. So walking into him makes us rebound. That's interesting. It's something we're gonna have to look into. Anyway,
put that in
so we
purpose.
can hit him once, and then we can't do it again. And
Because
so,
it
oh
thinks
right, I
he's
know
dead.
why. No. It's passive. He's still impassive. The reason why this is because we forgot to tell the animation to when to exit passive. Okay, so we need to go to models, player, find the stomp shield. No, shield fall. That's the one, and then we need to add events, and we're gonna add one here. And here you need to pick the object, and the object is going to be animator helper, and the function is going to be paste. I think you may still have it saved. Yeah, remove passive state, apply. Let's quickly test this, see if it works. Ow. Stop bouncing. Oi. It's working. Okay, so we're gonna have to worry about this weird rebound. I'm not really sure how come it happens, but there you go. Success. We have managed to topple the fella. Operation Topple the Fella succeeded. Next time it's going to be Operation Stomp on the Fella. So for now, thanks very much for watching, YouTube crowd, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.